Hey, this is Ryan and Angela from LostInReviews.com, and this week we saw The Green Hornet.
Okay, so The Green Hornet is the newest fun comic-y action kind of film, although it's based on a TV series this time, not a comic book.
That was based on a radio show.
Right. And now they're replaying the old episodes on Sci-Fi if you want to catch up. But actually, I knew nothing about the story going in, and it's fine. It explains it all from the beginning, and you really don't need to watch old series to know anything about it. In fact,
yeah,
I think Seth Rogen's probably trying to just start the series over.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what I think he was doing and planning on doing when he wrote the script and then produced it. And then
started it.
Yeah, and then got Michel Gondry in, and...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Michel
Gondry,
who directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and Science of Sleep, and has this real puppetry kind of style to his filming style, and that came through in pieces. I think he kind of held his style back at places.
No,
too.
it's not a Michel Gondry film.
No, but you could definitely see him in certain aspects of the film.
Yeah, some parts.
Which I liked it. This was a fun film. It was really humorous. I had a blast, and I mean, I wasn't judging it too harshly. There could probably be some loopholes in there if you really look, but I wasn't looking. I was just having a good time with it.
I had a really, really good time with this movie too. It has so many plot holes in it. But that's not what you're looking for in this. It's just fun. If you can go in and just have fun with this, which I honestly needed after this, award season, Oscar depressing time.
Right.
This is a great film to help you get through the winter.
It's a good start to the new year.
Yeah.
It could have been a good summer film, but it's going to depend on what it would come out against. But it's going to be coming out in March, right? Or no, this month, January.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm thinking of another movie. It's going to be coming out this week in January, so it's going to be a nice, light, fun film to kind of get you started back on the track to like some humor and some fun films. So
yeah, that's exactly what I enjoyed most out of The Green Hornet. We're in a time now, and I feel like I always say this when we talk about comic book movies or superhero movies or whatever, that we have to have a teary cry fest with our superheroes, where you have to be blowing our nose in our capes, and really feeling for these characters. But sometimes it's corny and hokey, and that's exactly what Seth Rogen did.
And that's what he does well, too.
Yeah. And I would definitely compare this, rather than comparing it to any other superhero film, I would compare it to Pineapple Express. It's a little toned down version of Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more family friendly, but that's what I would compare this to.
Yeah, and there is a small cameo from James Franco in the beginning as one of the little
Spoiler
villains.
alert.
I didn't know he was going to be in that. It's not really spoiling anything. We also have Christoph Waltz as the villain.
Yeah, which I thought he did a great job.
Of course, he, blasted us off the screen in Inglourious Basterds with his villain there, so of course they're going to hire him back as a villain.
And once again, he's way over the top and totally fun.
And really good with comedic timing.
Yes, he's completely and totally enjoyable in this.
Yeah.
I think everybody was, especially, the guy that played Kato.
His partner Kato, played by Jay Chow, who's kind of an unknown. I don't think he's been in much before. But when you first glance at him, he kind of looks like Harold from Harold and Kumar.
I thought he did a fantastic job taking over for Bruce Lee, in the original TV show. There is, one poke at a fun and homage to Bruce Lee, but that's about it. But I think he did a really good job. He has some good comedic timing, too.
Yeah, and he kicks some butt in this film.
And he's a super mega pop star, so...
Yeah. So, and then it also had Cameron Diaz, which she was supposed to play the older kind of attractive secretary lady, which I guess she fits that role, but she is so well known. I think I would have rather had someone maybe a little less super famous, I guess.
I did like one of the jokes that Seth Rogen pushed at her about her agedness. But
agedness?
Yes, new word. We always create them. But I hate Cameron Diaz. I wish she wasn't in this. It's time for her to retire.
Though. I mean, once her character's introduced, she's probably got 30% of the film.
But I could imagine that she would have a bigger role in the sequel, which I would imagine that they will be doing.
You think there'll be a sequel?
Oh,
I mean, I think they do sequels for if a movie makes $10 nowadays, but this is a movie that I would see a sequel to.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to do well. Let's talk about the 3D, though.
Oh, yeah.
The 3D is actually worth the money.
Yeah.
It's post-conversion 3D, which is the best looking post-conversion 3D that I have ever seen. Michel Gondry did a fantastic job coming up with creative ways to add 3D elements.
Yeah, it was more of the depth into the screen, such as like when Avatar was out, and you know, it's always so cliche to compare something 3D to Avatar, but it holds its ground next to Avatar, I think, and it's, you know, in its own, and it's they do these kind of split screen kind of
there's
scenes.
one scene where he has all these multiple things going on in different screens, but the depth of field of all the screens are in different places.
Yeah,
and
one will come forward, another one will move back, and you could physically
really
see,
cool.
like it was moving. It was like you're just watching in this box, seeing things moving around. It was really neat.
And I think with the hokiness of the Green Hornet, do not take this movie seriously at all. Do not go in there looking for a serious movie. But because of that, you can take the 3D and pretty much do whatever you want. You can do what I have been waiting to see people do with 3D besides all these animated films. Have fun with the 3D.
Like the hokey little stuff.
Do stuff that I want to see in 3D.
Stuff flying out at you.
Yeah, I want to see stuff fly out.
It did look really good, though.
It looked really good.
And, I mean, yeah, I can't even really compare. This is something that I would definitely go back and see in the theater if I had the chance, because the 3D was enjoyable. And it didn't hurt my eyes or anything like some of them do. So they did a really great job on this.
So let's rate this. What are you going to give it?
I really enjoyed the film. Yes, there may have been a couple of loopholes, whatnot, so I can't give it a perfect 5, but I enjoyed it overall. I'm going to give it 4 blue wombats out of 5, and that's Kato. That's,
all right.
that's at least what Brett wants to call Kato. So.
The loopholes did hurt me a little bit more. There were points when I felt like the film was lagging, but overall I had a really good time. I'm going to give this 127 hours of cameos, which was ruined by her.
See, you should have told me beforehand.
All right.
Okay.
That's it from LostInReviews.com, and go see The Green Hornet.